Okay, I'm going to be pretty direct, Sindhu. How have you compensated then for the lack of match practice and match time?
Yeah, so obviously I get a voice from Suchitra and make sure that, we have that match practice and have that environment where obviously my coach discuss with me about, players, like the top 10 players, for example, like Ratchanok, Taizu, Okuhara. So, every player is different. And obviously when I get voice from there and, when their strokes are good or when their skill is good, so he makes sure that, yes, even Taizu is going to play like this. You have to be prepared like this, or you have to be prepared where Taizuing is going to play this way. So we make sure that we get that scenario and the match practice in such a way that even though we miss out tournaments, we don't miss, and we shouldn't feel that that we miss something, and we have to be prepared for the Olympics. So that is how we actually speak, and we make sure that we get that scenario. And even though when it's practice or skill wise, or for example defense or anything, so he makes sure that we get that scenario, and he every time discuss about the players that we will be playing in Olympics.
And because of that simulation, it's important, isn't it? Because women's singles in badminton has been extremely unpredictable for the last few years. You would think that the group stage at the Olympics would be a breeze, but then you had a tough one last time against Michelle Lee. Saina Nehwal was not able to get out of the group stage at Rio. This will be a very tough campaign from the word go.
Yeah, I mean, back then when you look, I think I had like a really tough draw in Rio. And I think, yeah, as you said, Lee Michelle was a tough one. And if I would have lost, then I would have been out of the groups, and I would be out of Olympics. So, well, I think winning that match, I think it turned. And obviously pre-quarters, quarters, everything has been like completely different, one match at a time, and beating Taizu, Wang Yihan and Okuhara, obviously, they were in their top form. And I think, yes, I've done really well that week. But looking now, I think, yeah, even the group stages are really, really tough. As you said, we don't know what's going to happen. It's not just 1 to 10 players, but, almost everybody who's coming to Tokyo and who's going to play the games. I think from the group stages, it's going to be hard. And you can't expect easy matches at all. No, you just can't expect it. Yeah.
You did mention Taizu Ying, but when you look at the draw, obviously Taizu Ying goes in as favourite. Now, you beat her in the second round at Rio last time, but then since then she seems to have gone places. How has the game changed since Rio, Sindhu?
Well, yes, she's really improved on her skill, and she is a skillful player, I must say. Yes, she's one of the best skillful players. So I think playing against her, I've won a couple of times and she's won a couple of times. So it's definitely, everybody's favorite would be because, she's done really well for her country and she's won a lot of medals. But at the same time, I think even for them, the pressure is going to be there and everybody want to give their best at the Olympics. So when you look back, I think each and every player has improved in their own style, and especially Taizu, yes, she's really skillful, and you can't expect any easy matches against her. Yeah.
Now, a big miss, Sindhu, obviously will be the 2016 champion Carolina Marin. Unfortunate with her picking up another ACL injury. You two have had a very healthy rivalry, and while on one hand it is one rival out of the way, as players you know what she is going through, having regained her level post that first operation on her knee.
Well, obviously it's really hard, and it's sad that she injured right before the Tokyo Olympics, and obviously everybody's dream would be that you go for Olympics and get that medal and be number one, but unfortunately that can't happen. She can't participate obviously, but yeah, you can't expect that you would be fine and fit all the time. You have to make sure that you're always training and make sure your ligaments and your muscles are fine and recovery is really good. But yeah, maybe she would have done something wrong or a wrong step or something might have happened. But well, it's sad because as an athlete, when you look back, when injuries come, well, it's a really tough task. I think that time the mental state is going to be like really low. You have to make sure that you're strong enough and you will come back and you will bounce back. Because when I had back then in 2015, it was really hard for me because as an athlete, you would be thinking back of your mind that you you've worked really hard, but like what happened to me? Like, why am I like this? Why injuries for me? But, injuries just don't come, don't tell and come. It just happens. So that is when you have to be, mentally strong, and you have to face that, and you have to come out from that. Yes.